Hello everyone and welcome back to another SolidWorks video. In today's video we're going to be going over how to use the linear and circular array feature for a sketch. So comes in very in handy whenever we're dealing with a sketch that has uh, multiple copies of a certain sketch entity, as opposed to having to draw, say, 40 circles. You can create one and just pattern it off of that one. So let's go ahead and jump in to see how we can do that. So I'm going to go create a new sketch. And I'm going to start with something simple. I'm going to start with a circle right on this origin. And I'm going to dimension it, and I'm going to say that this circle is going to be 3 inches in diameter. So it's fully constrained because it's coincident to the origin, and it's got a diameter of 3 inches. So now let's say I wanted to create 50 of these circles. 5 going upwards and 10 going to the right. The way I can do that is I'd come up here to linear sketch pattern. So let's take a look at what it's asking for. So I can give it multiple directions. So direction 1 is going to default to the x-axis, and it's also going to tell me how far apart I want each sketch entity, the number of instances, and if I want to offset it at a certain angle. If I want to add in a second direction, I can do that as well. And down here, it's asking me which entities do I want to pattern. And this drop down right here is instances I want to skip. I'm going to go over that toward the end of this video, so just sit tight and we'll go over that one. But the entity that I want to pattern is going to be this circle. So I'll select that box and I'll select the circle. So right now you're already seeing this preview, but it's too small. 0.1. Let's make that 2, so it's a little bit farther apart. I should make it 4. There we go. So right now I've got a copy being generated, but I want more than that. Let's make this 10. Right now I've got 10 going in the x direction. Now in the y direction, I can select that one right there. Oh, I want to make sure I check that, and I want to have 5 going in the y direction. I have a spacing of 4 as well. So right off the bat, now I've got 50 of those circles, and as opposed to having to draw 50 circles, I got them right off the bat. So I'm just hit OK. Now, pay attention. This is something that's important. SolidWorks isn't very good at fully defining a pattern on when you pattern a sketch. I would mostly recommend doing this at the 3D feature level, but if you want to do this in the sketch, this is the best way to do it. After you've created the pattern, you have to go in and manually constrain it. So I'm able to pull it left to right. So I gotta add in dimensions to fully constrain them. So I wanted the distance between them all to be 4. So if I dimension the distance between this one and this one, they'll all be 4 inches apart. Now if I wanted to set a total distance and have them be equally spaced, I could go in, delete this, and dimension the first and the last one, say that I want it to be 36 total inches, and they'll all be equally spaced. But let's keep it to what we want. We want them to be all 4 inches apart. So I'm going to say 4 inches, and they're fully defined. Now I need to go in and add some relations to make sure that they don't sway left to right like this. So I want to go in and lock in a vertical relation between this one and this one. So I'm going to select this one, hold down Control, select this one, add in the vertical relation, and that'll constrain them left to right. I'm unable to move them side to side, but they can still move up and down. So I got to go in and add in this distance. And much like the horizontal, I add this in, it'll go fully defined. Alright, so that's how we go about doing a linear pattern. You can also do this as a circular pattern as well. Let's take a look at that. So I'm just going to delete this. Yes to all. And I'm going to create another circle that is, let's just say it is going to be 20 inches away from the origin. And this circle is going to be, just say 8. Alright, so I want to create multiple circles going about this center point. So I'm going to come back up here, and instead of clicking on linear sketch pattern, I'm going to click this drop down right here, and I'm going to click on circular sketch pattern. Now, so if I come in here to entities to pattern, I'm going to select this circle right here. Now, it's already guessing what I want my point of revolution to be is this origin. So if I were to just go in here and delete that, I can manually select it. So I want this point to be it. It populates it, and it will preview what that's going to look like. So let's take a look at what I got. So if I want to go 360 degrees all the way around, equal spacing, and I want to create, let's just say, 8 circles. So I'll hit OK. And we run into much the same problem that we saw with the linear pattern. All these are underdefined. So if I grab this one, I can move it around. But if you notice, this point is the point of revolution. So if we were to constrain that back into the origin, everything should fully constrain. So if I go ahead and do that, click on this, hold down Control, select this origin, and select coincident, they all go fully constrained. So that's a quick intro to the circular pattern. Now I want to go over the instances to skip feature that existed. So let me go ahead and back up. So if I hit Control Z, I can undo. So right now I'm back to where I was before, where I just have the single circle. Let's go up to circular sketch pattern, and I'm going to select this right here, and I'm going to have 8. But let's say I want to skip this one and this one. If I click under instances to skip, you'll see these little pink circles, pink points appearing on each entity of the pattern. So if I just click on these, it'll get rid of them for me. And I'll hit OK. And I'm left with the 6 that I want. Now just reconstrain this right here and lock it in just like that. So, alright, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content such as this. Thanks a lot. Have a good one. Bye-bye.